Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Total War Three Kingdoms. The only thing I ever think about anymore. But we're here with Uve again. We're coming in on the end of the campaign, but we're gonna drag it out a little bit. I should have dragged it out a little more just for storytelling. But so for perspective, the green is the part of the map that I have, and this is everything else. But so we have absorbed Cao Cao recently, and we are pushing forward, and we are going to just absorb up the rest of these guys here, and then we will probably move Yuan Shao and his forces up to forget an abdication. A painted map has never been closer. Yeah, that's what we wanted to angle for. I want to just, like, take some fights, you know, like, get some battles in, because I don't want to just, like, steamroll over them with our, you know, like, we're going to take everything north of the river, you know, and then probably just hang out around in here and here, you know, and just, like, be like, come and fight me, you know, you're going to give up eventually. You're going to lose so many times. But I almost wish I had kept the war with Wei going longer, but it was still a very satisfying story the way it happened. Just like beating basically all of their armies in a season or two, and then having the brothers all like do a duel in the final fateful confrontation, and just having Cao Cao just decide like he doesn't want any part of it, and would rather join up. And you know, who can blame him? Look at all of the pins on the map. That's where my armies are. It's pretty good. And Lubu will be here in the south, of course. We'll be able to brawl. There's going to be so many good armies. And, you know, we'll just keep a couple other armies back to support, just in case things get hairy. My daughter, on the river alone. Join me, foolish girl. You cannot get away. I'm your mother and you'll listen to me. 10% chance to get her. Well, maybe it'll... Well, we get another eunuch. That's good news. We send her back home. Sunset's moving up in that direction. Ah, well, it looks like we're gonna get our, it looks like we were gonna get our wish pretty quick, huh? We won't have to wait around too much. Now, we might need to, I'm like, come to that, we might actually need to take a little bit of land here just to let them know we're around. And having another settlement to fall back to seems nice. And getting, you know... I mean, really, because if we just grab Poyong, then that'll be a much better, like, position to stick on, right? Hongai has let himself be caught. And says we're not supposed to win this, but I bet we could do it. After all, we have trebuchets. Alright, so they have basically no cav. That's good. Yeah, there's a bunch of scary stuff. At the very least... Yeah. Just one red cav, one yellow cav. The red cav will be able to shoot up. Just try to pay attention to where the defenders of Earth are and hit them with the archers before they show up, and then, you know, delete a couple of stacks of the defenders, or rather the protectors, with the artillery, and you know, that should be fine. Should hopefully be fine. We've got charge resist too, that'll help, and then the old wisdom of the river play. So, you know, we've got plenty of tools here. Alright. No fire arrows, that's okay. We need them forward because they need to shoot at the defenders. We'll probably have to break the squares and run back, but we'll hopefully notice soon enough. Now ideally we'll draw... Alright, where in the stack do we shoot? If we go here... No, we go here and then we'll land among them. You don't want to be firing at the same one too often. This might be a nice salvo though, because they'll eventually go to loose formation, but they won't do it, you know, all of the time. Nice. You know, maybe we should try regular shots and see if they do better. So the morale effect is not doing anything here. I mean, it's doing some. I just, you know, more would be better. We can try to crunch the middle of their line right here, because these are not spears, these are just guys. They do have cav like right here. What I'm doing is incredibly sketchy, and I don't love that I chose to do it, but we're already here. Alright, and now Defender of Earth gets in range. We need to get all of the archers on it immediately. We're backing away with the Azure Dragons. Just making sure that we don't take a bunch of free damage there. These, speaking of free damage, we're getting some here, but these are just Merc Archers. I mean, shutting them down is okay. Really, we need to get away through this and get over here, because the Defenders of Earth are quite... something. Alright, we'll just get out a shield wall there. Oh, they want to brawl? Very well, I accept. Liu Chi, how good are you at fighting? We'll probably win. Because I'm gonna cheat. Alright, we were supposed to be... We'll cheat this one because this stack is more of a problem. Alright, so unfortunately they have rather a lot of stuff here, and really, you know, They didn't really flank as much as I expected. Still ends up okay. We'll roar there, although it doesn't really count for much. And, hey, at least we tanked the guy's armor and evasion, and that'll count for actually a lot, you know. We need to rear charge in here, and then back away, because there are protectors there. Here, this flank should be actually okay. We're going to go ahead and try to pull our all-cav all the way over there. We're eating Defender of Earthfire here. That probably... Yeah, we beat the other one, and then we went back to auto-selected targets, but it still is alright. Now that we see them, getting rid of them. They have that short range, right? They do good work. They do okay work, but they have that short range. We're going to go ahead, get in here, rear charge cav, charge in there. Gao Shun needs to get in here and start brawling. Zhu Wei wins quite handily due to our wise leadership. Alright, this cav charge was great. We just need to get out, though. Get back there. And we're just gonna brawl here. Everything is going so good. Trying to get caught by that cavalry feels bad, but now the central stack is totally getting obliterated. Awesome. What solid play. Although I say so myself. You want to brawl, old man? You know, maybe this would be dangerous, but we know that we can deluge it, and in 20 seconds, assuming we're alive in 20 seconds, we'll be able to do it. And it's a much better story. And since he doesn't have his horse because I charged it into protectors, it'll just take him a little while to get there anyway, just in time. Oh, he doesn't even have activated abilities. Poor old guy. Well, say goodbye to your armor. And then with the evasion down, we hit him with the Binding Fury, which will hit because he doesn't have evasion. Boom. Clean. Elegant. Graceful. Also, hi Luke. Man, this campaign has been, like, very fulfilling. For all the complaining that I did, and lots of it, it was really due to lack of confidence, you know. Because I desperately wanted it to work out like this. I just felt like I wasn't going to make it happen. But then it ended up, you know, well, I mean, it hasn't ended yet. But you and I both know that we're going to win. Whereas, I don't know, I wasn't real sure about there for a bit. But it all ended up, you know, well, the hilariously great confederation we got. You know, that's really what it's all about. Oh, you're in a flammable place. That's a real shame. What a good stack, too. Of course, I, too, possess a good stack. With actual quality cavalry, right? I mean, not as quality as theirs, but quality. This ability's just so good, I keep forgetting that it even exists. It's like I almost want to get him in a different army, but you know, this one makes more sense. And his amazing ability is not the story of this campaign. Because we don't have a ton of ammo in these archers, but we outrange the defenders. It's like this trebuchet is having a really interesting time interpreting a fire order at this other tower, huh? Well, at closer range, we'll see if they can punish us for this, I guess. Now, we should be able to melt down the Defenders of Earth even with our genuinely bizarre trebuchet behavior. Like, please, guys, for the love. Alright, they're moving. Yeah, I guess they can't lob uphill there. Well, that's smart. Like, just shoot at something and we'll probably start burning things down, right? And the old melee evasion trick, and of course, even with double charge, the peasant raiders look, you know, pretty pathetic. But now our ability is running off, so it's time for us to get out of here. And with no wall, maybe we'll do better. Oh, the trebuchet definitely has an opinion about how to behave. No, Cao Cao, you have so much to live for. No, stay on your horse, Cao Cao. Run away. Yeah, there he goes. With a sweet hit to the side, he breaks out of the block. Oh, what a guy. Run away, Cao Cao. Alright, we avoid getting crumbled there and losing our horse and forcing Cao Long to give us his. That doesn't happen here. Shadowrunner's fine. We didn't take him away, even though we might have done. Our archers have elected not to shoot like at all. Oh, one was on top of the other one, and of course they won't move. Got it. Good. Oh, we've got one group of guys that are fighting in there, and they're just getting nuked by these defenders of Earth. This guy wants to duel, so we're gonna duel him. This guy is, you know, in the middle of Protectors of Heaven. That's not great for him. We don't get close enough to make the fight creative. And we don't turn his ability off. It's just a roar, though. He's not going to break our morale, which is relatively high. Of course, we do have infantry engaged, and of course they are losing. You know, we're really working cross purposes with these guys here. I'm like, can they walk around? No, they cannot. I'm like, what's going on with the Cav? Frontal charge, right? Because I told him to go around. You know, you can't get mad when your army doesn't understand your plans when you're as bad as I am at relating them. You can still pretend to be surprised. Oh no, these guys are all the way back here. Cao Long emerges victorious, good for him. We're not trying to push through spears, that's not the way to be happy. I do want to get around this front here to get on top of these defenders who were being a big thorn in the old side, but now we've sorted them out. And we're going to be able to move Zhao Yun here and drop a Wisdom of the River that's going to very significantly change the tides of battle here. Sun Gan wants to duel, and of course, our brave boy is all about it. He's back to it again. Time for another duel. His father looks on appreciatively. Hit him with the old Binding Fury. You get a whole lot of Binding Furies with Cao Cao around. Boom, hits him for just a ton. Gotta love it. Alright, we need to keep him engaged. It can't be all being proud of our boy. We also have to keep on rolling. There we go, clean. Rear charge over here into those militia. Where's the Cav? Disengaged, good. Let's get it engaged right here. And Song wears the rule proudly. He just stays winning. That's 3 duels this battle, I think? Yeah. What a guy. What a guy. And then, boom. Wonderful stuff. I love these armies. They actually do what you want. I mean, ish. I mean, sure, they were sitting still. We would have beat that army if they had been on the field too, you know. Look, if you give me really strong generals and a stack that makes sense, then I can probably win, maybe. Can maybe probably win. But we'll probably take Badong, yeah, because that makes more sense, because then we'll be able to, I mean, we're going to have to roll up this anyway. And we're going to have to... He's here! Come on, man. Come on, just make it the happiest campaign ever. Show up in the spies. You know you'll want to.
打起精神来！
Who do I think has the best capture chance? Her. She doesn't have any traits that go against it, and we've got patience, so she'd be better than Guan Yu. And, I mean, he might have... Yeah, they'd be the same chance of it. Oh, he has perceptive. Ah, well, you know, he would be. Looks like you're running the army now.
养精蓄锐，每一步都充满智慧。伏兵准备，深谋远虑。
If only there was a special Red Cliffs match, you know, like you know, like a quest battle. You know, we're gonna use them for a little bit anyway. I want the gate guards to be functional more than I need them to be on the field. You know, like, look, I just want them. I want to get something out of them, right? Look, they've got 83% evasion. It's just so good. But our infantry is just awesome, right? I mean, we haven't juiced it too much. It's just Guan Yu, but like 15% more armor is just really good on green infantry that are already the best thing that you get without, you know, advancements.
憧憬胜利，尔等必将无往不利，势如利刃。砥砺内心，大势已定。我至此城，必使之日益英实。 烈火燎原。
And these stacks of Song and Wei in here, we're just using them to mop up, you know, before we Oh yeah, we got Yan Baihu. You know, it's all coming together, right? I just haven't thrown him in an army in the south yet. Also because, well, knowing as we do the history, we hardly want to be rolling in with an ancestral enemy of the family, even if we're willing to bring him under the umbrella. Yeah, do you see that? Do you see? We have Sikhs allies in time of strife. We control the following one settlement. Just a little joke. We like to have fun here. Yeah! 215. Turn 127. We finally take Tanxian, and we also need to take this province for the path to glory, which we get, so that's good. And now it wants us to ally with the Kingdom of Wu. This, unfortunately, is not going to be possible. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, the alliance with Wu is literally impossible. Because, well, once they're not an emperor, we'd be able to. But since we plan to make them abdicate, or rather, induce them to abdicate due to the overwhelming wisdom of abdicating. Oh yeah, we got like we picked up Taishitsi and Yuzhen, and like it's just, you know, we're trying not to start too many more news stories. You know, trying to let everybody that was in this one have their day. Obviously, not Peng Tong. Like Lu Ji is always going to be with us, right? My man is like straight 75 or whatever. Maybe this mod turns down the old age incidents, though, right? Because it still does happen, but maybe the mod changes it, because Dongmin's still alive and he's like old as dirt too, right? Like, and it feels like in a lot of campaigns old people have been sticking around for a while, but maybe it's just my perception, and a lot of the ones that we're looking at are ones that are already pretty old, so they get their special boost. In this stack, we don't even need to be here.
听凭吩咐。谁在叫我？恢复原样。天下宿命。 尽在我等。不要分心，出发。原地候命。这就去办。统一行进。
You know, isn't it just lovely, though? Just because... What? Oh no! Dongmin! We thought you'd live forever. Of course, now someone else will have to take up his noble sword. Alright, who wants to get into this army? Who deserves to hang out? Who does Suan want to be spending time with here? Good answers or funny answers. Look how, yeah. Let's see, I mean... No, see? Shieshu, speak of the devil. Look. Not actually dead. Somehow in the pool. He's just been hanging around for 4 years, and then he joined up with Shiji. Definitely a spy. Anyway, we need to give somebody this army. Not her, because her retinue's better. Alright. Let's just choose someone. Good or funny. We could just put Matung in here, right? And he's old. We would lose the Chung Marauders. Whatever. It's fine. I'm like, do we give... No, we, you know, a new emperor gets a new thing. And anyway, our son should grow up next year, I think. So we'll be able to give him his father's old swords now that we have taken up this. Because this is like a legendarily, like, great sword. Obviously, we weren't going to take it off of him while he was alive, but equally obviously, he cannot take it with him. We're not going to bury him with it. I mean, he could take it with him. It's absolutely all right to take it with him. We're not going to allow him to take it with him. I want to use it. It gives armor sundering.
养精蓄锐，稍事休息，杀呀！马上攻击！
Alright, all the ways I don't want to siege this. We're just gonna build some machinery and hope he sallies out.
快快攻击！淹没他们！
Yeah, it's like it wouldn't have even been in like one of the looted relics, but maybe it would have been. I don't know. I wasn't there.
正在前进，冲啊！门外何人？一统天下，点燃激情，痛击敌军。
But anybody with good movement is good for an army.
承天所助。 我军必胜。
Plus, like, maybe if all the old guys start dropping like flies around her, then that'll be like another funny thing.
看我飘飘长髯。
And we're just gonna hope Suchu sallies out. And if not, I mean, I guess he could run away on the water. Eh. He's brave, he'll probably come and fight. We could, like, reinforce, but I wanna, you know, I wanna do, like, a fight there, right? And not, like, just to steamroll again. Because this is, like, the cool army that's got, you know, the guy with the terror retinue in it, and that's very fancy. Guess the Yuan would end up with it eventually. Yeah, due to all the fallout happening there, the long war. Because if it was around, right, like, there would be nobody that would have the pull to hold on to it if it was asked for. It's just so much more to pay for a little bit of charge and 10% more ammo and a bunch of armor. I mean, it's fine. It's just so much more to pay. It's crazy that that's what the unit is. Like, even if they were the same cost, I might not take them, right? You know, because for movement, you know, no, I mean, the money doesn't matter, and I'm not taking them. No, let's take them. Whatever. Maybe I'll like them better. We'll take him anyway. That's how much money we have, right? His tree is such a mess, but it's alright. He has his best ability anyway.
遍天下，点燃激情，痛击敌军。
Gongsun Zan going down, but that's, you know, that's why we gotta have like some people here on the border and all. You know, we're not gonna be getting rid of the armies. We can afford them, and they're smart to have.
都放了吧。进攻！全军出击！一统天下！
And of course, somebody's got to sit here and defend. And it will be the people of Song and Wei, you know, eager to prove their loyalty. And Liu Bei, eager to prove his trusting nature, is going to let him do it.
主公尽管吩咐。
Now, Wei Yan's army can stand to go move to the south after all.
大人有何打算？
He's been a big hero. If only we hadn't lost his elephant. We didn't deserve him. We deserved the elephant. We didn't deserve the great story, you know. We'll have to settle for this totally extraordinarily great story as opposed to the other one that we didn't get. Right, next turn. That's right. It's not instant. So many people work for us, but you know, I'm happy to pay the salary. That's just what heroes do. Hey, hey! Getting our wish. Our wish. Good, we're under attack.
协力，我们将攻无不克。冬日啊，尽管来吧，我们的。
And I think we're gonna have the old Vanguard deployment beauty. Fire arrows here. Just so we can get the I need Vanguard on towers. No, it's fine. We'll play without them. Wow, they deployed so far away that we can't even get them with our trebs. Very sad. It's gonna be sketchy for a bit, but hey, that's the sort of victory that Zhu Shu will respect, right? If we get it. And if we don't, then hey, not every boy thrown to the wolves becomes a hero. Big army. Huge charge bonuses. Should be fine. Just need to... Because the cavalry... Oh no, it actually has immense... Like, 56 morale? What? Oh, general nearby for 10. Okay, well... They sure have a lot more morale than I thought they were going to have. It's like, these are numbers like mine. I only have 40. You know, it's fine. We'll be okay. They're coming across now, and we need to get... Actually, we're gonna spin off the archers. We're gonna run up and try to fight them, and then run back away. Maybe this is I don't know. No, why don't we do that when we're a little closer, right? We'll just move up, but not forward all the way. All right, we need to just start there. And there, get a little bit of the forest going. Charge the center? Yes. They won't be able to catch me. I just don't think they're going to be able to catch me. That's what I believe. Might be able to. This guy's a lot slower than the other guy. Let's just go in with Red General. Alright, the Red Cav, you know, since we can pay attention to what they're doing, we can run away from them. Alright. You know, that was good. Yeah, that was a good little engagement, because we just need to get away here. Getting our Azure Dragons to start shooting at the Red Cav, making sure that this guy doesn't get caught up anywhere. Hopefully not lose too much to this charge. Probably going to lose a good bit to it, but hopefully not too much. And start going into the center of this block. And that block. Get the crossbows moving to start trucking in there. Roar to save. And yeah, there's no way those Bandit Marauders are going to be sticking there for too long. Black Mountain Outlaws getting in there. We do want to keep on following here and here. Up to the trees there. Break the square. Countercharge. No, not into those protectors. Here. And then here. Break the square. Countercharge there. Keep the Azure Dragons there to stiffen the lineup. Losing sight of Weikong a little bit there. It'll be alright. We're gonna... Nope, we're gonna almost eat a really bad cavalry charge that would have been if we would have went into the trees there. All three of the cav were over there. We noticed it in time-ish. Almost in time. This cav only has one unit left. That's not so good. We're gonna hit a Wisdom of the River here. No idea if it's gonna work. Oh my goodness. The Trebs going into my own guys here. We just need to get him shooting at the folks in the back. And to keep on shooting at these guys. Binding Fury here. And charge in there. With the Roar, we'll get some of these guys off. Is he still on his horse? I'm like, no, I didn't think so. You can dream, right? Well, he'll just brawl here. No, we'll charge over there. We'll charge around anyway. We leave the cav in for way too long. We are eating fire, explosive fire from these guys still. And we got unhorsed here as well. Alright, so very bad play on that front. Very bad all around. Alright, we're gonna shoot into the Protectors of Heaven at point blank range here. These guys need to get engaged. These guys have been eating archery fire the whole time for nothing. That's okay, it's what's hot on the streets. Their generals are content to see me beat down. Yeah, because even the Defenders of Earth are relatively armored. I was thinking they'd be just fine dealing with Red Cav, but yeah, their morale is so high that... Speaking of Red Cav... They're just hanging out there, which is fine. We need to get engaged here in the central block. 20 seconds and we're going to throw a Wisdom of the River down, and that is going to murk them. But actually now, yeah, they are all running. They're about to all be running. No, we need to be running. Alright, now we're merely flanked by spear guards. We're not alarmed anymore. Alright, he needs to keep running. We still have plenty of very healthy protectors. And we have a roar. Real soon we're gonna go in here, and that should make a big difference. Oh my goodness! Oh wow, look how much damage he took. Why was I sitting there? You know, it doesn't take very long. It just says, oh, 60 damage, but they all do it. They all do it. Man, rough stuff. But this roar should actually make a whole bunch of them run, and we light up those militia. You know, they do hold for a super long time, and our Protectors of Heaven are 5% armored better than theirs. But they... yeah, sometimes have better evasion. It just depends on our retinues. Oh no, we get charged. Wow, that stung. Alright, he stabilizes. Maybe the charge resistance from this guy actually makes a big difference. I like to see the stat, so I believe that it does. Gojia is just gonna chill. We just need him online, right? Because he can do another wisdom here in a second, in a bit. Su Chu just hangs back and commands the army. Good for him, right? Oh, we still have healthy cavalry. Well, that's nice. And even the Protectors of Heaven run. No, I'm not gonna duel you. That sounds awesome, but that doesn't sound smart. He doesn't even have anything but his move and, you know, his armor, which is not very good armor for a unique champion, but of course it doesn't have to be. He gives the massive ward save. Alright, now someone in my weight class. No, if we take this, but not that one. Oh, well, no, we can't. Oh, wow, I wasn't paying attention. I was like, well, do the wisdom of the river. No, he runs again. He might come back, maybe. Well, Hong Fudon, this might be the end for you, old friend. But that's part of the heroic war, right? Alright, he does come back. But how can we get him to the duel to help in time? With his low morale, he'll need to be escorted in. These bandits, they see our plan. Oh no, they're gonna break him again. He's gonna shatter. No, he doesn't. He stabilizes at -2. All right, there we go. No, Goshia. All right, a binding fury would get us down to parity. We hit him with it. We're down. All right, now we're ahead. We've got more HP than he does, and a better weapon. And significantly better armor. Of course, most of his damage is AP. I think we'll get it. I think we'll get the duel. Of course, everybody else is running, but I think we'll get the duel. Huzzah! And there, I was like, do we do a classic Vlad on him? No, he stabilizes again. I'm like, he's gonna get an army lost, right? Yeah. Oh, wow, he just deletes that whole unit of protectors. Of course he does. That 12k splash damage. It's a big splash.
他们缺乏智略。留着他们不过是浪费物资。放了他们吧，对我们毫无用处。
Someday, Zuchu, you will join me.
心怀怒火，奋勇杀敌，烈火燎原。怒吼吧！进攻！
Alright, now we'll have even better spear infantry in that retinue for future fights. He's reinforcing from across the water? Well, in that case... That's right, we're sending your mother!
淹没他们！
快点儿！不行，
快快攻击！
He's gonna reinforce from across the water. You guessed it. And we're bringing everybody. I should have saved it. Whoops.
深思熟虑，敌人绝无胜算。
Well, I'm sure that won't come back to bite me.
自然也揭开了新。
These guys' job is to be thrown away. No, not thrown away. To fight the army. These are the protectors of heaven, right? They're supposed to hold down against the reinforcements while the Empress shows up and gets the rest of the plan into motion, right? Right. like, when's the last time I saved it?
援兵正在接近。
The Empress is here. And of course, the Protectors of Heaven now have got some protecting to do. We're gonna charge at the Lancers? That's real dumb, isn't it? Well, we can't just sit still. Could've went to squares to fight. Should've went to squares to fight. I'm like, you'd probably win this. All the more reason for me not to fight fair. You know, as much as this seemed very careless, it actually worked really well, right? Because the once they made contact, then the horses get knocked off and have to flee. So once again, and this is actually really nice too, because, you know, it represents, I mean, because they're reinforcing from across the river, which is bonkers, right? You wouldn't try to do that. You would look across the river and think, oh man, I wish I could have got there in time. You would not think, okay, what we're gonna do now is ford the river real quick in the middle of this fight. Alright, we crack a couple holes in the walls, and the archers do their job wonderfully well, which is to, you know, break down the walls. Shoot the towers, you know, do the things. We accept the duel, because if we win, it would be awesome. And we'd get HP. And if not, I mean, we're not far off, right? We have a much better weapon. You know, I think that actually popped my own guys worse. But hey, the fire, you know, it worked. Hey, and Wei Kong emerges victorious. I didn't watch, you know, but I hear he did really well. Good for him. Oh wait, why am I leaving? We still need to clear up this reinforcing army. Yeah, and he had what, like, it was like principal non-armor damage. It was like Zhang Fei's spear, like 2.6 non-armor damage and like a small amount of armor. And she doesn't have tenacity even. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, 52 evasion, it'd be something, but yeah, you know. To what end? And we're able to beautifully roll up this army. Imperial Gate Guards for the last, you know, we don't want to get them beat up. I'm sure the rest of the army loves knowing that I have some troops that I don't want to lose. And the rest that I have. She's running the Huntress army warfare. Yeah, I really like Cav Archers. The 2 times I used them with, especially with poison arrows, dude. Like I really think I love that, no matter if it's good or not. No, no, no. It's like when your group's big enough, they will make it do crazy things to get to the pathway that mostly just include running in front of towers. We could have, you know, these guys are so beat up. Let's just get them to withdraw. Let's get all these beat up guys to withdraw. We've got plenty more armies here, right? They did their part. They don't really have very much range, of course, now, because, you know, this is the army that we already beat, you know. This is the army that we already beat. Plus, I love the idea of the Matong faction, even though I haven't played them at all. Just like having a unique unit that's such a centerpiece that you can get anything you want in the tech tree. Probably replenishment first. But, you know, with enough horse archers, you shouldn't be taking that much damage. You may be able to forego it for, I don't know, silk. Honest Dragon Rush first, just because they're just so good, and then you go for upkeep. Okay. Because then you stack the bonuses, as you've explained, yes. And the Empress with her awesome roar. The good roar. Oh, and then bam, angry scolding. We're gonna delete his speed and armor. He already doesn't have too much armor. But now he's not gonna be able to get away. And we're just gonna chase him down and hit him with a sword. This fool is on a horse, which means he's about to have a really bad time. We're gonna show up here. Hualun Li is just
做好准备，
speedy girl.
诛灭！
Okay, don't get that far in on Zuchu. Come on now. Put some respect on him. You can't be charging in on him like that. Oh no. Hong Fu Dan, you won some duels in a previous fight. This is not the same guy as you were fighting then. Run away.
在，
做好准备，准备开战。
诛灭敌军！
Oh, the roar didn't go off earlier. I'm like, how did he end up getting so quickly away? But there we go.
准备开战！友军正在遭受攻击，准备好冲锋了吗？
挺住！激情厮杀！
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, you know, even if you run in, because having played against some archers now, I'm like, even if you're getting shot, you can prevent getting too hurt by it. Are we... Oh, we accepted a duel with them. Well, that's smart. Look, we have 3k health and he has 11k health, so we could totally win this. We've halved his health and he's halved ours. 600 against 3.4. Oh no, he got me! Oh no, he got me! Choked out.
将领不信阵亡，守住阵线。
胜利源于悉心谋划。
Oh well. I'm like, where is his face?
留着他们不过是浪费物资，我等并非蛮夷，为我等所用吧。
开战！
You know, he'll get better. He's a warrior. He didn't have zeal. He also started out very weak in the fights, and he's also been doing a lot of dueling lately, which is not really what Vanguards are known for, as you always say. But they're still good at it. Do we just get zeal here on the idea that he's unlikely to get too many more levels and being a better fighter will be useful? Yes, we do. And we can call that the Battle of Red Cliff because this one's going to be an auto-resolve. Yes, Luke, I did see that they were Ma family members. And also, we've hardly been going execution heavy in this campaign. By which I mean to say, we basically have not done it at all. Except in the Nonman thing, you know. Look, I didn't execute Cao Cao when we captured him. You know, I didn't execute Zuchu when we captured him, although I'm highly unlikely to ever do that. I like him. He's my boy. I got a lot of I got a lot of those characters, right? But like, I mean, like, I wrote a poem called Zuchu like 13 years ago. Like, I really like him. I don't have a poem called Guan Yu. The only character in this whole thing that I got a poem with the title of their name or whatever is Zuchu. So like I don't want to get rid of him. I like him a lot. He's a jolly guy. I just wish he would give me his mace without me having to do anything about it. But of course there is one person So choose the best champion in the game. I think so. Because he's the best at what a champion is good at. He's got, yeah, exactly. Gatebuster, 70% or a ward save, and a really great splash attack. Like, he is the best of all the worlds. It's just that his armor is not amazing. But that's the trade-off, right? Like, if they gave you 70 armor on a guy like that has the AP, you know, of a tiger, then... Oh, then he would very clearly be the best. But yeah, because 70 ward save, he's just so fun to be around. Like, oh, you're in a duel, like a few times in a previous campaign when you just like runs up with Luigi. He's like, oh yeah, we'll just stand here while she's dueling. Oh, look how good you're doing. I'm like, the girls sure would like a fight, but we're not pressing forward in, you know? We're just hanging out. We're gonna take Padong. But, you know, other than that, we're not pressing in. We're just hanging out. We want to fight. They're still at a negative 39, so they want to fight too. Also, our reliability is so low. I don't care. You know, we got some for that, for the breaking the deals, and then we guaranteed the autonomy of Yuan Shao, and then immediately yanked him, because, look, my internal explanation was, he knew that we were not letting him out anyway. You know, this was like a way to save face in front of his army. He's like, no, we'll still be running things, and then, like, the next minute, he's like, hey, by the way, very clearly, there's no way to do anything against you. Look at all the green, he would say. We'll just leave the looters up there forever. Feels funny. And before too long, we'll be rolling these guys up. Of course, Gongsun Zan is there, and equally, of course, we don't want to fight him. And we just hope that over time, he'll grow to agree that a trade agreement between the two of us would be good. All right, so if we give him land, 13 grand. I mean, we're obviously not going to do it. I just wanted to see what he would do for it. All for a trade agreement. I mean, it would be worth it, right? And then you'd break the next turn and spot you. Oh, for real. No doubt. Like, no, we can... I mean, yeah, might as well. I'm like, none of these are too influential anymore. That does save us, like, a few thousand on salary. Not that money matters anymore. I'm not even going to bother going around and upgrading things. I was doing it for a while, and I was like, yeah, it's good. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just keep it rolling, right? Let's keep these... Let's just keep these turns rolling. Zhao Qinchen, I've never met you in my life. Exactly. Like, so much money, 40k positive with this amount of armies. Glorious day! Liu Shan has come of age. Alright, what do you like, kid? You're a peacekeeper. That's good.
万物失
Let's
节，
give the boy an army, right?
团结一心。
He's grown now, ready for war. And Wei Yan can watch over him.
折而不摧。
行事谨慎，可称机敏。
吾观此地人丁兴旺，天下兴盛，可知
And
矣
we'll give him his father's swords. And the noble's leather, because we don't have anything better for him. And a nice horse, you know. Liu Bei loves his son. Not enough to, like, make him heir. He's got to prove himself, right? You can't just be throwing it around because he was born. After all, the Empress has been doing a great job as heir for ages, and I'm not throwing all that away. Luke, you say you're hoping this. I too was. I really hoped that he would have something unique in here, especially for a mod like this, because the base game doesn't even force him to be born, right? Like, I didn't think you didn't get events for all these kids, so like the fact that it did it, I was like, all right, he'll grow up. Like here, they give him composed, dutiful, concerned, and vigilant, you know, so quite good all around, you know, things, but I don't know, like, I also don't know how those traits develop. Sometimes you see, like, somebody in the coming of age, you know, somebody developed a trait or whatever, but I'm like, how does it happen? But yeah, you know, they didn't. Sometimes you learn about someone in history and you're like, oh, I'm not really convinced that they gave you a whole lot of opportunity to do well. And while Zhuge Liang was, to my perception, you know, like a good prime minister of the state and all of that, like, you know, it's hard to read too much into somebody's motivations across the tides of history, but it seems to me like Kongmi's a savvy enough guy to know that it was better to keep Liu Shan distracted all the time, right? Like, I don't think he wanted Liu Shan to grow up into a man like his father, right? I think he wanted him to grow up into a man like a Han Emperor. I think she never really had a chance, especially after he stole Jing from him. Yeah. Because, like, I just don't think Zhuge Liang would have looked at basically anyone and thought, I bet they'll do a better job at running all of this than me. I think he would have been totally, well, obviously, you know, because he didn't do, like, he didn't try to, like, take over, because he already had taken over, you know. It's almost like when someone just has the power for a while and they don't solidify it, that's a good thing, but like also maybe he just didn't care, you know. He was running it for a while, a long while, right? Decades after Liu Bei wasn't around. Like you said, yeah, you think Xu never really had a chance? Yeah, like I've said before, like from playing the video game Destiny of an Emperor as a kid, like my perception was that like this dude wins, and then like when I finally learned about it, I'm like, oh, it's not really what's going on. And not only does he not win, but he did not really have that much of a shot of it, I don't think. As you don't think. You know, it's just...
扫平天下。
When you look at the initial setup,
御史树林
and like who the people are and all, like Cao Cao, for lack of a better word, kind of winning out, but not exactly due to, you know, everything else. Like, it both makes sense for whoever held the land that Cao Wei ended up in to end up winning overall-ish, and it also makes sense for it to not work anyway. Have momentum after Hundong, but only gets you so far. Exactly. It's not like this game where you research and then now you have 12. I'm like, what? Yeah, we'll just start. I'm not. Centron is here. You better join up, boy. What will your mother say?
吾等大业，天意所归。
I'm like, I got Yanbaihu here. We can definitely win. I just don't feel like fighting a siege. It's like our army's not fresh, but they're just like a stack of like stuff. Like where do they get off telling me that it's gonna be hard to beat? That's such a wonky auto resolve because again, this stack's a little beat up, but we've got. Yeah, like 1,000 premium troops. They don't. They don't. Wait, no. Whoops. Well, I'm like, we still need someone on this side of the river. It's not going to be them. Really, we just want someone to, like, show the flag here, right? And that means all this scrolling doesn't matter over much. I mean, they need to be able to fight. Yes, Yantan will also serve as the guardian of the imperial seat here. Oh, whoops. We needed to replenish there. Silliness.
主公尽管吩咐。
We can't go giving him a title yet. Liu Bei. Just for that. Oh yeah, the Empress doesn't have a title. We can call her the Earth Dragon. She's one of the dragons. We're supposed to kill 5 Yellow Turban characters in duels. I don't think we're gonna get that one. Blood Dragon's the great one, you know. The other ones are just fine. Lady Wu, the Earth Dragon.
一扫无主。 请下命令。
We'll name him the Chief of Records now that he's 76. Maybe now that we've given him a wonderful title, he'll know how much he always meant to us. I'm like, alright, we've done our titles. That's the most important thing, right? Boom, another starting rank for all recruits. Clean. Despite, you've heard how despite the crushing the defeat it was, most of what he lost were recent conscripts anyway, but it got his chance this time. Yeah, you know, even under circumstances where, you know, you feel like you can afford the losses, you can't. People judge you. Alright, let's see if we can get the Empress's child under our umbrella. And the human who definitely is related to us somehow. You guys want to sit still in a block? Have you ever met me? I occasionally have used poison volley before. You want to brawl? You want to fight Yan Baihu? You might win, you've got a good weapon. Like, we'll fight a sentinel. I'm not afraid, I should be. We're not afraid. You can't ever be afraid, all you can do is fight. Oh, well, you know, we made ourselves even more evasive, but we tanked our attack rate. You know, 87% melee evasion's good, though. He has a really fast attack rate of 50. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get through, though. Well, it's about sending a message, right? Looks like our guys are not going to win, but you know, we're going to win the fight. No, Yabahu wins. You know, as you know, Sentinels, right? And Selpy might win. He's got 400 hit points. Nope, he doesn't. But Yan Baihu and him really liked each other. They were friends, you know, and now he charges in. Not ideal.
会四散逃窜。
Oh no, I can't believe I just did that. I just poison volleyed my own guys. What a champ. Look, we're playing in fast forward. It doesn't really give you a lot of time to fix your mistakes. I think we're gonna get away with it anyway. I only did it because I thought my troop quality was so dramatically high that I could, and I was right. Still, you know, we should have been more careful. All of our generals get dumpstered. Liu Min actually may not. No, she's level 4. She'd have 1 stack of extra wounds, and she's gonna play general here. All right, are we actually gonna lose this because I'm messing around? Nah, we'll be fine. We're not. Okay, maybe I should slow it down. I've already dedicated myself to this, right? I've already dedicated myself to it, no matter how stupid it is. Are we losing though? Anyway, don't play in fast forward. I shouldn't be. Might lose. It'd be fine if we do. Nope, there we go. But yes, I do like taking duels anyway. Look, up against these random dudes, we can't just like not fight. Yamahu gets 370 kills anyway.
都放了吧，谅他们不敢造次。放了他们。
Yuan Shao? What? Qian Fengli, is this his wife? Like how, where is he? When did you start working for me? Oh. No? Huh. Anyway. Strange. Ah, yes, after we got her caught. Indeed. Indeed. Yes. Not our proudest spycraft, that.
有话快说，朕可没时间跟蠢货废话。
发泄怒火！攻击敌军！我等配得上胜利。此城归我军所有了。
拿起武器！此乃天命。 出其不意，攻其不备。
恢复原样，全军前进。真是无知匹夫！不，
每一步都充满智慧，一往无前。天意如此，正在行进。
Scary army. But this is kind of why we're here, isn't it? But I think actually, like, we probably can't even beat it, right? Because we don't have any artillery. At least, yeah, his stack is bad. Well, look, if we can't win, then what does that make us? Oh, right, they don't have... I don't have formations in this army, that's right. We can't even do squares and stuff.
看，我方援兵抵达战场。当心，这是敌人设下的圈套。 们已经占领敌军上楼。
We've taken control of their tower, you know, that's worth something. It's about sending a message. And we wanted to just charge right through the center here, not just because the tower is there, because there's Defenders of Earth here, and that is the most lucrative target here. That tower, of course, renders this position bad, but now that we've split them a bit, we're just going to bounce out here. Hit us with our good melee evasion ability, Sundering Strike. Because now we're in the middle of a bunch of cav, which I didn't realize was here, but it is, so you know you get what you pay for. But we see those protectors right behind us, and that means we keep moving. Yes, it does. We keep moving. But these fools, these walnuts, have walked up here with their archers way in front of everybody else on account of how their archers are fast and good at moving through trees. And they're going to be just a little bit too slow to get to me. We're going to keep it on moving, going to get away from all of those pesky fools in the back there and keep on getting this skirmish phase a little bit happier than before. Drawing them into the side that we want to be fighting in. There's a big block of infantry that are not called Protectors of Heaven, so we're going to engage them for a bit till the Protectors show up. You big out on horse. The Emperor! Protect the Emperor! Sensei wants to duel me. Well, it's for all the marbles. A duel of emperors. I think I'm way better at it because I swing like 80 times a minute and he only swings like 50 times a minute, so I think we'll win. But if not, hey, you know, maybe we don't deserve to rule China. I don't believe that for a second, neither should you. We're just gonna believe that Liu Bei is gonna win, right? And so far, it's looking good. Our 86 swings, no, it's just 50 now. Boom, baby. And we spare him, because that's what a good guy I am. And that's why you have to be brave, right? Because after personally defeating Cao Cao on the field of battle, you know, that led to capitulation and an absorption of his faction. Of course, now Sun Tzu might be a little more stubborn than that, but we've got time. And we end up being able to pull their forces into battle very advantageously. If we make the protectors here run, what'll the rest of them do? Oh, they still have... Liu Qi, you pup. You want to duel the Emperor? I accept. Even though I should refuse. Like, maybe he's a wizard of a fighter in disguise, but maybe. Maybe we will just beat the brakes off, right? I think it's a pretty safe fight. 86 swings a minute is a lot of swings a minute. Oh yeah. What a sword. What a sword. And you want to duel Guan Yu? Of course. This is the good stuff, right? This is the battle that's the cornerstone of a campaign. This is why we waited and let them come to us. Glorious. I wish I had Imperial crossbows, though. Guan Yu, are you losing? No. You started this duel a little beat up. I'm like, there's no way. You're not losing. Yeah, there we go. I see him connect with an ability. The whole HP bar disappears. Oh, that's right. I still have all my guys in the woods. You want to duel Guan Yu, my one? Very well, I accept. Oh, I love it. Love it. Of course, as a member of the Ma family, who is part of our faction, we have absolutely no intention of doing anything other than gently letting them down to the earth and asking them to join afterward. Like bouncing on the trampoline with someone, you know? Like, we're not trying to hurt him. We're just having a little duel with Ma Wan. And of course, you know how that ends. Oh wow, he threw me over. And well, we didn't get a chance to spare him. Oh, we killed him. Whoops. Sometimes Guan Yu gets pretty hardcore. And Zhang Fei is on foot, but he's gonna charge in, right? He's gonna charge in, right?
去死吧！进攻！片甲不留。敌军仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫！杀光敌军！歼灭敌军！跑起来！挺住！不要流血！鼓起勇气！士气一致！
Perfection.
敌军仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫！世人每论英雄，必传关某威名。 放他们回家吧！奋勇死战，堪称敌手，放了吧！他们也是忠勇之人。战争不可。
Ling Su's declared war against us. This is terrible news, guys. I don't know how we're gonna ever recover now that Ling Su has declared war against us. Get wrecked. No one even knows who you are, man.
我可没心情。一鼓作气，准备伏击。迅速出击。
And this army is just like basically nothing. Which means it'll be fun. Look, who's opposed to a little bit of Lubu in the afternoon, right? You want to duel me? You want to duel her? She's not gonna duel you. You want to duel Lubu though? That's great. He accepts. And even though he would do fine, you just roll up and you give him 100% evasion. It's too clean. These are my favorite combo now of commander there. I mean, you don't need a strategist commander in an army, but if you did, oh yeah, there you go. Anybody else want to brawl? Oh, they don't want to duel now. Oh, that's weird. It's so satisfying to see Merc Cavalry just like get beat up by like getting shot by Azure Dragons or whatever. Speaking of satisfying, let's countercharge here. And just melt this guy.
敌军四散而逃，到底是无胆鼠辈。
One man army. And Lubu is just having a party out here. Just having a grand old time. Wrecking shop. It's so fun. It's so fun outclassing your opponent.
我很满意。要这些俘虏也没用，放了这群废物。 为了天下大义，关某必将威震华夏。奋勇死战，堪称敌手，步步谨慎。
砥砺内心。
All right, and at long last, we've got this land. Oh, it was long ago that we wanted to take Badong. Long ago. Man, that movement. Glorious.
万民之声。 不可小觑，只有稳固发展，人们才会交口称赞。
All right, now he'll have less places to worry about trying to fight us on. Because once you get to here, the Interstamen lands, you know, you've got a couple choices. All of them are incredibly obnoxious to move through. Like, incredibly obnoxious to move through. Shame. Shame he's in that position and I'm not.
实应叩谢天恩。点燃激情，痛击敌军。设宴摆席，欢呼庆祝吧，还是有些用处的。 疯了吧！大人，为您效劳。正在行进。
I'm like, do we get it? No, we have to get to like level 10. But Zhongfei gets Zeal, which we could get. Yeah, Guerrilla's much less important on him there. Get Zeal.
他们，我来了。
准备兵力。
Gongsun Zan, how could you? With your army in the middle of my lands, I'm very surprised by this development. You know, he probably wasn't. She's got the kiss of death, huh? So is there anybody else? Yeah. Well, let's get it in there. Lu Ji. After many long years of service, Lu Ji has fallen to the ravages of winter, and you know what that means. Fire party! Where's Peng Tong? Okay. Here. All right, now we've got the army. At last.
遵从内心，
一统天下。
拿起武器，向世人宣告我军大业。稍事休息。
And that's how you use ambush to get them to go to march, and then roll them up.
正义必胜，我等应设宴庆贺。稳住阵型，开战！
正在行进。
违令者斩。 精神，扫平天下。
养兵千日，用兵一时。承天所助，我军必胜。
时局变动，戡乱讨逆。
全军听令。
挽弓预射，则屏息凝神，
精力充沛。升。保持原样，消灭敌军。
Like, maybe he went to war with us because we were in ambush on his land's doorstep, so we thought we were weak on the border. But actually, we were prepared for him all along.
此乃天命，释放怒火吧！大义将临，莫敢不从。百姓定会丹食湖江，夹道欢迎。向前进军。 尽情厮杀！乱军终于得以平息，都放了吧！进攻！全力奋战，则战无不
Let
胜
me。hit him with the old 1, 2, 3. And Zhao Yun is no more.
天下宿命。以柔克刚。 锐不可挡。
Looks like it does not want to give me Dailu, does it? I sure would like it to.
讨平乱贼，澄清四海。赶快！
心怀怒火，奋勇杀敌。我军所向披靡，廉洁奉公，忍受苦难。
天下宿命，尽在我等。
有话快说，朕可没。
行则同济，战则同跑。
一统天下，我的耐心也是有限度的。
You know, I didn't want to fight Gongsun Zan. I wanted to be my friend.
乃承天之恩
But if you notice that I said that and that I already had 2 armies on his border 100% ready to fight him, you're very perceptive. That is
又
true.
一场胜利，此乃自然之理。
That is going on. That's an accurate representation of how things have gone and how the plan was. You're very smart.
以战止戈。
Oh, we forgot to do our council. That's too bad. It's obviously more important to be in a fraternity than any other thing. Oh, look at that. She's my bandit queen. And of course, Sun Tzu still refuses to use anything good in his army.
释放怒火，消灭敌军。
I'm like, why does it say I can't win this? No, I mean, it says I will win it. I'm like, you know, I just don't feel like fighting this specific one because this army, I mean, Gongsun, like, this army's done some good stuff for us, and, you know, but it's not like one of the centerpiece ones.
这次饶你们一命，见识一下我们的激情。遵命。乱世出英雄，释放愤怒吧！孤身通谋略，无人能及。一群无名小卒而已。
I'm like, oh, there's no one to challenge me. I'm like, all right, I'm Lubu, I'm here, and they're like, oh yeah, no, we know, we're scared.
路就在前方，集中精神。一统天下，不辱使命。
正在行进，不行。
全力奋战。无知妙计，算无一策。 都放了吧，谅他们不敢造次。
杀呀！为了天下苍生，下之于地，上参于天。
准备急行军，
向前进军，扫平天下，
一统天下。准备急行军。
Ah, well, they're going where we don't have armies, aren't they? That's smart. Well, you know what's smarter? Me!
你有话说。
I'll simply move this army elsewhere till I gets to level 4 Sentinel, you know? Because if they want to do this Nanman front,
听
then
凭吩咐。
that's where we'll go.
正在行进，
一统天下。
前进！
活口！
After all, with them going into Nanman lands, it'll be really nice for them to encounter a true Nanman army. Ish. 1 unit of elephants.
干掉敌军，凭此一战，可定天下。
We can get there in like one turn, so we need to recruit. In here, yeah.
我从来不会等待时机。
一统天下。
稍事休息，全军前进。
前进，开战！
给我闪开！
迈向胜利！
And the girls want some of that action too. Look, if we're gonna be fighting over there, that's where we're gonna
大人到
be.
此，蓬荜生辉。大人有何打算？
All right, we forgot to move those armies. It's fine.
烈火燎原，燃遍天下。乱军终于得以平息，此城归我军所有了。
稍事休息。
Like, no, 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 you're not getting away.
奋力一战。
We'll just chase you for an exceptionally long amount of
为天
time.
下黎民。我等信念如一，这便是上天的恩赐。
前进！
行事谨慎，可称机敏。
冷静沉着，势如狂澜。
Yeah, Shu Hong.
听命！进攻！不可理喻，不能松懈。
只要觅得良机，我等可获无上荣光。敌军实力不明，我军切不可托大。
我必须专注于职责，而非你我情谊。
Don't see any fire in there? Not yet. Yeah, there's no other fire in the army, because neither of them can use fire arrows. And Pong Tong doesn't have them yet, because he's on the whole other side of the tree from fire arrows. Ah, they have a little oil. See, there's a little bit of fire. All right. And we're about to start seeing how much poison. This will be a good time to see, right? We're gonna see if we can get just like a whole lot of poison arrow value. Is it possible? Can it be done? Should it be done? Yeah, certainly. I'm like, maybe the trebuchets are doing all this. I'm saying it's all the poison arrows and somebody else is doing all the damage. Yeah, I think it's the trebs. And she hits it with the old flying dagger, which is a bunch of damage, you know. It'll delete a lot of them. Hitting, like, a hero is more impactful. Speaking of a hero, you want to duel me, Chung Pu? I accept. He has 100% melee evasion. That's pretty rough. That's actually really rough. I think he just beats me, right? Because I can't drop it down enough to hit him with anything? Well, I should have checked that. Yeah, he has 100% melee evasion. Nope, it looks like we tag him with a hit, and that's all that we needed. If we can hit him at all, he can bleed, and if he can bleed, well, that's good enough. Pong Tong doesn't have his ability yet. I thought he started with it. Maybe I didn't take it. Oh no, the it wore off. Okay, apparently 100% isn't exactly 100%. I think he's gonna beat me. I think he's gonna beat me, yeah.
我军将领不敌对手，
That's
还
pretty
是各为
funny.
上计。
That's pretty funny. Yep, that's what I get for thinking I'm tough. Captain 90. Yeah, well, we lose anyway.
将领不幸阵亡，守住阵线。
Pretty rough. I mean, Chengpu's good, but like that's just. I guess he doesn't. Delay doesn't have that good armor, and this is like, you know, he swings fast. I don't know. Yeah. You know, Delay's not Shimoka. I was just treating him like he was. Oh, and she's freaking out. Well, you know, in the course of freaking out, she totally eliminates all these fools. You know, we could have done the cautious cadence to him. Could have given him that melee evasion. But hey, at least we got our elephants online now, right? I say, we're actually trapped. We're trapped. Our elephants can't move and we're trapped. And they're getting dragged down. Well, this is the worst day of our elephants' lives. We finally use them so badly. The elephants get blundered. Lady Zhurong gets blundered. Maybe we lose this, right? Maybe we lose it. But I think we'll probably be fine, because most of their stuff is just like real trash house infantry. They do have, of course, the most godly cavalry in the game, but maybe that won't work.
方部队四散逃窜。
消灭敌人！
护卫军，
集合！战士们注意！
顽强不屈。
Okay, I think even if that was working, I think I'm poisoning my own guys now, which is worse than not doing that. I think I poisoned my own guys a bunch. I think we're gonna lose.
我方士兵仓
We
皇逃
blunder
命。
Pong Tong, that's certainly not helping. Yeah, we lose. Man, what trash play.
敌军逃跑了。
Yeah, nothing to do now. Just lose. Or maybe win. These guys are unbreakable after all. Crumble this flank, get around, and then we can charge in here. Maybe we win. We're really coming down to the wire. Yeah. Absolutely bonkers. A very, very bad engagement. This army sucks. Or it's me.
静则怀忠，畏则怀乱。不治民，
庆祝我等正义之师的胜利！希望我的仁慈能让你引以为训。
三思之后，智慧定线。
Alright, well, we got fire arrows now at least.
心。
每打赢一场，天下就安定一分。
And that's all she wrote for Gongsun Zan. It's him. We get Zhao Yun. At long last. Well, after the longer matters, indeed.
拿起武器。
你叫我？
Like, where do we even put him, right? Like, where does he even go? He doesn't belong anywhere. All the armies are already like set in stone, right? Could spin him into like a Zalman, like, you know, it's just like, you know, you get a. It's just a little late, isn't it? But hey, at least we got him.
又一场胜利，此乃自然之理。这帮人没什么用处，实在想不出要他们有何用。
释放怒火吧，奋力一战。
成功，此乃自然。
正在行进，正在行进。
This is gonna make our income go crazy. Up to 53K. Pretty good. Yeah, it seems likely enough. No, you know, Confidant being like all hero and stuff is good, but we could just jam Zhao Yun into this army and then that's even better, right? Let's go, old man. Hit him with the double sword dance. Oh yeah, she does. And my girl Ma Yun acquits herself very well. Actually lighten up the protectors of heaven pretty well there. We want the normal arrows onto their Sanmashan. They're not too good at the fighting. And now he wants to duel her. Very well, I accept. She's just having a party, right? Now him, I don't want to duel him. Maybe we do. We could hit like the scold. Yeah, we could do like the 1, 2, 3 and hit him with like the scold and the see what happens. The Mertcav are dissuaded by our cavalry and our square there, you know. Oh, a targeted move interrupts rule. You know, I almost did forget it. But none of these are targeted, right? Yeah. None of these are targeted. And they are en route. They are just crumbling. They don't want to be here anymore. But that's just too damn bad. It's like the first fight where my Azure Dragons actually did what I wanted, which is like sit and like, you know, shoot at the foe, whether or not it worked. All right. Mayunu engaged in combat once more with quite a foe, right? He's a slow swinging guy. Now we won't be able to use the scolding. But we give her the buffs right as he shows up. We debuff him. He's at 0-0. And she's got, you know, max stats, so let's see how long it takes. One of the guys with the best weapons in the game. Or one girl in a purple shirt. Miss me. And now I think my my ability's at its max level, right? Yep, we are in the fatigue immune, super fast melee swinging thing now. Of course, we almost lose. Time to do our double swords dance. Oh yeah, sick move. Isn't that beautiful? They're trying to wheel through the Azure Dragon squares. They can't do it. This is like, dude. Like, I love that. Oh, I love it. That's good stuff. They can't charge it. They can't get through it. All they can do is get shot up. And we end up with many, many hundreds of kills on the Trebs. Good, good, good. And the Empress dumpsters the foe. And my girl just really, really gets it done in the duels. Sure, she had some assistance, but hey, that was all her. We never used her bow at all.
有话快说，朕可没时间跟蠢。
From all time, I can do it again to get him sooner than later. Yeah. Not just because he belongs there with the daughter, but because, yeah, you know. An amazing tier duelist in an army that, you know, has great skirmishing capability. That's where you want to be. Alright, I think it's time to start moving. On this front, we're gonna push them in a little bit.
一战止戈，
正在行军。
We've given them time.
向世人宣告我军大业！杀呀！廉洁奉公，立马行动！
We got ambushed. Well, that's funny. Qiang cavalry.
敌军诡计多端，竟然
You wanna
慑服于
brawl?
此。
Yeah, I accept.
在，不要留情，感受大地的愤怒吧！我等心怀天下，光复汉室，还望诸军奋勇向前。敌军仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫！片甲不留，杀呀！准备就绪，加速前进，杀光敌军！ 敌军四散而逃，到底是无胆鼠辈。赶快，赶快！我必将取胜。尽情厮杀！
Go in and hit him with the -100. Buckle this whole front. Get Zhang Fei back in there against the Cav, because this block that we -100, they're going to be back soon and in greater numbers. I mean, not greater numbers, but I wanted to do the line. Looking like me whenever I try to ambush somebody. I'm like, wait, you mean I fought him and then I lost?
哈！敌军士兵正在溃逃。
仁者无敌，天命难违。他们也是忠勇之人。
拿起武器，天命在此。
廉洁奉公，忍受苦难。
前进！
居安思危，未雨绸缪。
为了天下大义，
我等心怀忠贞，才有此胜。现在来尽情庆贺吧！
扫平天。
毫无疑问，
实在想不出要他们有何用。杀呀！
万民之声不可小觑。
大人，听您吩咐。
大人，有话直说。大人，悉听尊便。你叫我？ 参见大人。
愿闻大人之志，在下定当。
猛虎已经准备好出击了。我严白虎，听候您的指挥。
止水，气聚神明。
Oh, we met Ling Su. That's good. Now we know where he lives. He's like, you didn't even know who I was? I told you I didn't know who you were, buddy.
拿起武器！我军所向披靡，杀他们个片甲不留！向前进军！朕准你觐见。
He wouldn't even take peace, man. Yeah, he's far off of wanting to abdicate, but of course he. Oh, it's because I'm so not respectable. My treachery. That's funny, because otherwise he would already be down for it. But it's because I'm such a bad person. In his perspective, you know, look, I did annex them before, you know. Right after I told him I wouldn't. But hey, that just means we'll have a longer war against Wu at the end, and that makes it fun. But that is going to have to be the end of this video, because I need to go to bed. I don't need to. I have to. Unfortunately, I'm locked in this ridiculous human body that needs rest. But I'll be up in the morning, coming up on my days off, so I'll be around. You know, I'm totally obsessed with this campaign now, so we'll probably wake up in the morning and try to finish it off. But I might try to play something else tomorrow. We'll see. I never know how I'm going to feel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Later, Luke. Thanks for hanging out. What a great time, you know. The year is 218, and maybe in another year or two we'll finish up this war. I'm glad we played it the way we did. I'm glad we, like, sat and fought rather than just rolling up, you know, and gave lots of different people their battles and their stories. And now, of course, it's not going to be a pushover walking in, but once we macro up a little bit, well, and start taking away lands, because he's still broke, right? The good armies that he have probably represents the only good armies he can afford, like this army, you know, which is even only half of a good army. So we're just going to keep on rolling through it, and you know, set up an army with the new best boy, and you know, see if we can play this army better. I really think the poison arrows hit my own guys. I honestly do. I think I did that. But it was a messy battle in a lot of regards. We'll do better. Or not. It doesn't matter. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed the Ube with arms outstretched. Satisfaction can be managed with unique assignments. It's even true. But anyway, I'm going to bed now. See ya.